Gully. It's a very, how can I say it, Ian? It's a very small but boutique audience here this afternoon. Pardon?
Boutique auction.
A boutique auction, yes. By way of introduction, David Stewart is my name. I'll be your auctioneer here this evening. Andrew and Mosca have been managing the property over the last few weeks, and along with Ian Williams, our sales manager, we proudly represent iTRAK Real Estate. Now, the particulars of sale read as follows. The vendor's agent is iTRAK Real Estate. We are selling for and on behalf of the property, the property described as Lot 207 on plan of subdivision 053723, volume 08521, folio 116, and obviously more commonly known to all of us as 7 Lydford Road here in Ferntree Gully. The goods and chattels included in today's sale are all fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature as inspected. We are obviously selling by public auction, whereby unless you have a previously arranged agreement with the vendors and Andrew and Mosca, a 10% deposit is required at the fall of the hammer, and the vendors are very flexible with their settlement. Any day, no shorter than 60 days, no longer than 120 days, at the choice of the highest accepted bidder today. Now, the deposit can also be paid in the form of a $5,000 initial deposit tonight, with the balance transferred tomorrow, and we have net bank facilities to accommodate that as well. The rules of this evening's auction are in accordance with the REIV and the Institute of Victoria, of which iTRAK are members, and they are as follows. Subject to the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder whose bid is accepted by the vendor shall be the purchaser. I, as the auctioneer, will determine the minimum in which the bidding shall be advanced, and no bid once made shall be retracted. If any dispute arises concerning the bidding, I, as the auctioneer, will determine the dispute or resubmit the property to you all at its last undisputed bid for your continued bidding. The vendor reserves the right to bid once or more by their auctioneer, to refuse any bid, or to withdraw the property at any time without necessarily declaring the reserve price. I will indicate bids on request, and once you've started bidding, if I could ask you for your first bid, if you could yell it out, but from that moment in time, if I'm asking for a figure, a wave or a wink is all I need from that moment in time. The law prohibits the making of false bids, and it does provide major fines for anyone attempting others from bidding. I'm sure we're all friends here tonight. I don't think we'll have any problems. The law prohibits the making of vendor bids other than by myself as the auctioneer, and the words that I will use to indicate that I'm making a vendor bid will be very clear and transparent. Vendor bid with the nominated figure, and ask for your continued bidding from that moment in time. And a vendor bid, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously made by the auctioneer, but it's nothing more or nothing less than a counter offer made by me to simply suggest the vendor will not entertain a sale at that or a lower figure than that nominated figure. And as I've said, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. There's one added rule recently in the state of Victoria, and that's that there is not allowed to be any late bidding in any auction. So once the contract has hit my hand like so, the property will deem to be sold, and I cannot entertain a bid from that moment in time. So if I've got to the first or the second call and you intend to show interest in this property, I urge you to indicate your intention is very loud and very clear from that moment in time, or it could be too late. I am a very progressive auctioneer. I like to keep things moving, and I like to think that all of you guys have had plenty of time to decide whether you want this home or not. So I'll be making assumptions on the second call if you're not bidding that you're not going to. Okay? So that concludes the rules of the auction, ladies and gentlemen. What have we got here? Well, we've got 724 square metres of land. We've got a corner block. We've got an absolute beautifully cute 3-bedroom house. It's perfect for the developer, perfect for the first home buyers, and even a great investment going forward. We all know that real estate has had a tough few months, but we know that going forward, Melbourne real estate will always continue to give the people that have their name on the title. Always has, always will. Obviously very close to schools, walking distance to Mountain Gate, shopping centre, an easy drive down Ferntree Gully Road to Eastlink. It's all accessible from where you are right here and now. So whether you're deciding to use this property as an investment, whether you're deciding to use this property as your first home and use it as a stepping stone to buy the homes going forward later in life, this home will not let you down, I can absolutely assure you, ladies and gentlemen. An absolutely beautifully presented home, lovely floorboards, 3 bedrooms, beautiful little kitchen, outdoor entertainment area, and plenty of opportunities also for investors and developers. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't risk the weather any further. The way in which we'll be selling the property tonight is on a first, second, and third call. When the contract hits my hand, the property is deemed to be sold. There will be no late bids. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the very best to you all. I'm sure the person who buys this property tonight will look back in 5 or 10 years and be very, very glad that they did. I hand it across to you, ladies and gentlemen. All the very best. Start me wherever you like. Where can I see an opening bid at 7 Lydford Road here in Ferntree Gully? In your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Anywhere at all. You're all eyeing each other off. Anywhere at all, ladies and gentlemen. You have to bid to buy.
400.
400,000. I'm more than happy to take a 400,000. I'll take a $100,000 second bid. But at $400,000, nice and low, it doesn't matter where we start, it's where we finish the count. At $400,000, where can I see 500? Every one of you should have your hands in the air. At $400,000, are we negotiating with this person first? First call at $400,000. Second call at $400,000. Third, final call at 400. Where do I see 5? Everyone should have their hand in the air. Everyone. At $400,000, well, I'll take a vendor bid. Let's take it nice and clear to $550,000, and I'll go in tens from now. At $550,000, I don't want to risk the weather, but at $550,000 vendor bid, where do I see 560? Vendor bid looking for 560. First call at $550,000. Second call at $550,000. Third, final call, you do have to bid to buy. We're happy to pass it in and we'll do a silent auction if you want. More than happy to do that. Doesn't worry us. Happens all the time. I'll take a second vendor bid at $580,000, ladies and gentlemen. Go in rises of 10 if you like, but it's $580,000. Vendor bid with me, but clearly I can't buy the home. At $580,000, clearly with me, vendor bid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure you didn't come here to see me. You came here to buy this house. I'm going to take one final vendor bid, and I'm not going to take another vendor bid. I'll take a last vendor bid to $600,000. Any live bid from that moment in time gets the exclusive right to negotiate with our vendors, at the exclusion of all other parties. So at $600,000, it's the final vendor bid I'll take. There won't be another vendor bid from me. It's over to you now. If we pass it in on a vendor bid, we'll have the silent auction. If you want the first right to negotiate with our vendor, I'll take a higher bid. First call at $600,000, more than happy to pass it in. Second call at $600,000. Would you give me $605, sir? Pardon?
Carry on. Sorry.
That wasn't a bid? You don't? Okay. At second call at $600,000. Third, final call at $600,000. I will be passing the property in, and Andrew Mosca and the rest of the team can talk to whoever they like from that moment in time. At $600,000, well, I thank you very much for your attendance, ladies and gentlemen. I will officially pass the property in. We'll take negotiations into a private scenario from this moment in time, and I'm sure in the not too distant future we'll get a result for our vendors. Thank you very much for attending. Have a wonderful evening.